not just for the sheriff, but within the county. We're going to need to elect a county commissioner that's going to work with our new sheriff. That's important. Across the state. This is not the same state that I grew up in, by any stretch of the imagination. But we have state level elections going on that can help bring us back to some of the conservative values that I remember as a kid growing up here. So I'm I guess your hometown guy. Okay, I grew up here. I've been a part of Park County for almost my entire life. I'm also the young guy, and I'm not trying to make this an age thing at all. But I think that it's important because of what it brings to the table for me. This is not a retirement job for me. This is something that if I do a good job and you will keep rehiring me, I can do for many years. And I know I can do that. So I just need to convince you guys that that's the case. I have the knowledge of the sheriff's office right now. Not from years back, not from what other people are telling me. I'm in it every day. So I see it, I know what's going on. And while all we hear up here is doom and gloom, I'm not that guy. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but I'm not the one who's up here who's negative. Because it doesn't have to be negative. Who wants to work for somebody who's negative all the time? I know I don't. I'm a positive, upbeat guy, and I'm going to find the positive in everything. And I think that that comes from my energy. Something else that I haven't talked about that I have that the other gentlemen up here don't have is current working relationships that are important to this position. I have a good working relationship with the district attorney in her office. We need that relationship in order to prosecute crime in this county. I have a good working relationship with the Department of Human Services. That's important to protect our elderly, protect our children, and protect those that have developmental issues. I have a good working relationship with those in county government. I have a good working relationship with the current members of the Sheriff's Office. I have a good working relationship with our other law enforcement entities that operate within the county and those around us. And I've heard that we don't have mutual aid agreements and we don't work well with other agencies. That's not true. We work with the Teller County Sheriff's Office pretty regularly. We also work with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office occasionally. Could it be better? Sure. Everything could be better. But again, I really have to tell you, the most important thing that I want you to remember about me is that I love this county, I care about the people of this county, and I see the potential for the Park County Sheriff's Office to be a top-notch, progressive law enforcement agency. And I am the man to lead the Sheriff's Office in that direction as your sheriff. Again, I'm Steve Spodiak, and I appreciate your support. Thank you.
As a leader, you have to think outside the box sometimes. One of the things that Gary may have forgotten is we were one of the first counties to actually go into our evidence locker and on old evidence, old firearms and stuff. We actually had firearms auctions. We had several of them. A lot of you folks have probably participated in those. The money generated from those auctions were given back to the employees. Not just the employees of the Sheriff's Office, but all the employees. Okay, we got Christmas bonuses. Park County is strapped for money, we all know that. But that's some of the things that I did as a leader to increase morale and to show employees how much we appreciate it. And I know some people in here, I think, bought some of those firearms and appreciate it for that. I still get asked on the street when we're going to have another firearms auction. I talked to the county leadership, and we actually we were selling cars on the internet. I got them to sell the cars out here locally, okay? So that citizens like you who pay for those cars and pay for that equipment can bid on those cars. I'm driving one today. I'm endorsed by 2 former county commissioners. Now the commissioners are ones that I've worked with, ones that I've had to discuss budgets with, sometimes in heated discussions. The reason that the county commissioners are endorsing me is they know that I know how to manage, and I know how to lead, and I know my way around the budget. I'm also endorsed by other sheriffs, chiefs, and 1 U.S. congressman. As far as the jail, a lot of people don't know, abandoned by a civilian company that managed jails, and was dumped on the county. It needed repairs, it needed work, and it had I think it was over $1 million balloon payment that was coming up. I managed to rebuild the jail, establish contracts with the federal government, with the state government, with 11 other counties to bring inmates in to offset those costs. We actually passed or exceeded all federal inspections, all state inspections, all local inspections. You know how hard it is to pass a 3-day federal inspection? We did excellent. If I recall, I think we had a 99% pass rate on a federal inspection. Folks, that's unheard of. People marvel at that. If you want an experienced leader, experienced manager who can fix these ills and is willing to go in there and make the hard decisions and not retain the folks that should be retained, I'm your candidate. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. He is our last speaker.
Thank God. I appreciate y'all being here tonight, and patient race and everything. I do have a comment on Gary's statement that they don't know anything, knows nothing about me and can't verify anything about me. My career speaks for itself. It's on my website. I worked with the city of Fort Walton Beach for 9 years. I resigned. I went to work for a larger agency. I took a 25% pay raise working for the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office. After 8 years there, I resigned. I went to work for a larger agency and took another pay raise with the state of Florida. I have endorsements from those police chiefs, those sheriffs, those directors, those district attorneys, everybody that I've worked with. There's no question about my law enforcement career. I did not leave any agency under suspicious circumstances. I left each agency willingly with no issues whatsoever. I also, when I worked homicide for 5 years, homicide investigator works the case from the beginning to the end. He goes in there when the body is laying there. He does interviews. He does search warrants. He does neighborhood canvasses. He chases down the bad guy. Then he works with the prosecutor's office to make sure that that person is convicted in court and goes to prison from the beginning to the end. We have a great coroner's office here in Park County, David Kinz's office. Him and his investigators do an outstanding job of being the county coroner with his investigators. That's their job to go out to collect the body and the identification from the body and determine the cause of death. And if it is a homicide, they present that information to law enforcement who works that investigation. That's what they do. That's what I did for 5 years. Very important that we recognize that. I have a large amount of experience in true law enforcement. And I bring that to this county, and I will use that as much as I can to benefit everybody here in Clark County. I am also a defensive tactics instructor, a firearms instructor, a general course instructor. I have taught hundreds of people in the state of Florida in training. I don't know where Gary gets his information that he's taught more than anybody. I doubt that. We had 600 agents working for my department. And I was one of the main instructors responsible for teaching those people. We taught local people. So I have a vast amount of experience in training people. I know what needs to be done. Training is one of the most important things that a deputy out here needs. And we can get that. There's a lot of free training available through post, through local departments. Other agencies, larger state agencies, will send people up here to train our people. And I can build on those relationships with those people to have them come up and help us out. I appreciate your support. Remember me, Tom McGraw, when it comes time to vote. Thank you very much.
I appreciate everybody coming tonight. I hope this helps in your decision. And again, the ballots are going out June 4th. You have to be back to the election office by 7 p.m. June 26th. So thank you very much.
these guys because